I naturally went into the crouch as I landed because I knew that my inertia would make me go faster doing that. And the fact that it didn't annoyed me. Which, don't get me wrong, combined with the fact I can't jump fast enough, I can't grind rails properly, and those wooden board things had such a precision timing to jump off so that you could make it to the next segment.
Yes.
Those drove me a little mental.
I get that, I do, and
it's like you're going to say, I'm sorry you're old. but you've got to deal with it.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Nick. Are you well?
Yes, I am well. I remember a couple of years ago, one of my bosses had a skateboarding accident and broke his ankle.
Oh, you... Sorry.
What I'm getting at is I'm well because I remember feeling, wow, my ankle's not broken. And it's still not broken now, so yes, I am well.
The age gap kicking in now, thinking that any of my bosses were ever skateboarding. Like, I can't imagine that you had a boss that was skateboarding on the side.
Yes.
But okay. I just get reminded every time how old I am. Like, bosses are skateboarding and, I don't know, playing Game Boy. Alright, that's fine. But that's funny, though. I'd love the idea of the boss comes in and say, "Whoa, what happened? Oh, I was doing a sweet, gnarly kickflip and then I just crushed my ankle," or something like that.
Oh, no.
No? Yeah, exactly.
And then you do some TikTok dances together.
Yeah, of course, when he leaves the room.
It was funny, but it also looked like it hurt a lot. Someone was filming him while he did some tricks, and then he fell, and somebody filmed him while he fell.
Well, there's your million views right there, right? That's what sells.
Yeah.
Have you seen that there's two very famous painful skateboard injuries that can happen?
Oh no, I don't. I'm very squeamish when it comes to bones breaking. I'm extremely squeamish. I can't deal. When somebody's shin snaps in half in slow mo, I look away.
But there's one called
there's
one called the credit card where you can do a jump and then your skateboard will go perfectly vertical, hit the concrete, and just ram itself out your butt crack, and that hit your coccyx. And that's supposed to be incredibly painful, but of course hilarious to see. Of course,
I can't see how any skateboard accident isn't extremely painful.
That's true. No, that's very true. Yeah, I'm always shocked. Yeah, again. I don't think, as a kid, did you skateboard? Were you a skateboarder?
No, we had a skateboard and I fell too much for me to pursue it further.
You learned the hard way that this wasn't your future.
Yeah, we had a hill. So my sister and I and a couple of friends, we would just sit on the skateboards and ride down the hill.
Oh, you tobogganed.
Yes. Okay, right? We tobogganed on skateboards down the hill, and it would be a lot of fun. But no, never real skateboarding.
Yeah, I think it was much the same. I remember getting a skateboard. Remember getting rollerblades. Rollerblades were my thing for like a month until I gave up on them. But no, rollerblades were badass.
Why? Why'd you give up?
Strangely enough, at schools in that time, you were allowed to take them to school. And the day I took mine to school, rollerblading was banned. So I could no longer show off to my friends or my gnarly moves and stuff like that. So then I kind of just gave up as a child.
I can totally imagine an early 90s Dave.
Oh no, he was cool. He's far cooler than
There's no question about that.
Dave. Yeah, no, he was a cool dude. There's no doubt.
Yeah. Just going to school on his rollerblades.
Yeah,
and the day it got banned, you can't go take the rollerblades home.
No.
Right, so you had them with you.
Yeah. We had a little rollerblade box that you could put them in. So everybody kept all their blades in a box and ooh, yeah, cool. Yeah, it was good times. But then it's automatically 10 times cooler because it's banned. Yeah, it's true. I wish we were all the daredevils that just secretly blading around the back. Come on, Dave, let's go blade.
Civilian by day,
yeah, exactly.
by night.
Yeah, that's right. Vigilante blader.
Yes, James Cameron. Hit us up. We've got $1 million idea.
There we go.
Steven. Oh, old Spielbergy. Come on.
This is $1 million right here, no doubt. There was, granted, I can't remember what it's called now. There was an old rollerblading movie, and I can't remember what it was called. It was like a 19...
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was something Air. And I remember he did... It's one of those typical shows where it's all about a rollerblade racing, and the last race, the bad guy nudged him off course, and then he went all through the cities, and then did an amazing jump off a parking lot, and then on top of a car, then takes back the lead. And I also... that's all I really remember, but there was a rollerblading movie.
That sounds super 90s.
Yeah, it was.
Or 80s.
It was. All wearing, like, ultraviolet colours and tie-dye. No,
of course.
No doubt. It was a great movie.
And there'd be some 5 frames per second slow-mo.
Yeah, that's right. I think it really did have that. Yeah. See, that's
cool.
Pure.
That's cool. That's not cringe. That's not lame.
It's good bad. Exactly.
It's good bad. That's right. Speaking of good bad, good bad is not a great way to explain this week's game, but I say good bad because I think it's good and Dave think it's bad.
Yeah, I'm more shocked that I want to listen to why you thought it was good than myself saying it was bad.
I feel the same way. I can't understand. I can't understand why you think this game is bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game, I don't know if you may have figured it out by now, this game is called... Is it just OlliOlli?
No, it's OlliOlli World.
Yeah, I was going to say OlliOlli World.
This is a sequel to OlliOlli.
Yeah, and OlliOlli 2. This is literally the third of the OlliOlli franchise. Which in England...
They should have called it OlliOlli.
Yeah, do you go... If I go OlliOlli oil... OlliOlli, what do you say? You don't know? No? In England...
Wait, yes. I do. Say it again.
OlliOlli.
Come on! Isn't it something like, hey?
Oh, you're so close.
Oh, come on.
It's oi.
Yes!
So that's, it was a good try. You were so close. That won't look stupid at all when people listen.
I'm almost from a Brit.
You were very close, yeah. Oi. And then, they basically, I was looking, it was the company's named Roll7, which is quite apt for a skateboarding game. Yeah. And it's the one interesting thing I did like about it is they went from being an educational game developer, like maths and words and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did the typing ones and the maths little games for Windows and stuff, and then they went straight into skateboarding.
To OlliOlli. That's the natural progression of things.
Yes, exactly. Which I thought that's kind of cool. I think we all remember doing those little... Did you do the maths games? I remember typing off the dead. That was always fun because that was hard.
Ooh. Wait, you could play that at school?
No, sorry, not at school. This was at home when it was adult learning time. And
ooh.
I had to write skunk and then it killed a zombie. Yeah.
Take that. Numerous.
Yeah, exactly. It was great fun. That game was hard though, damn. But anyway, it was this company named Roll7. They've done pretty much only OlliOlli, and then their latest game is Roller Dome, which
did they make Roller Dome?
Yeah, which I slightly heard of. Have you? Like I said, it makes sense they make it.
Yes, I've heard of Roller Dome. Apparently, it's really good. The gameplay loop is quite satisfying in that game.
Because there was a movie as well about the Roller Dome to some degree.
Yes, let me guess. It's in the 80s, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You say that. It could have been, actually. No, I think it's just later in the 80s. It was definitely 80s, 90s. I can't remember its premise. It was just like gladiatorial roller skating.
Roller skating, yeah.
Yeah.
They've got a gun and the Asian man has a katana and
they're
all trying to kill each other.
All the stereotypes, yeah, exactly. Perfect. I love that era of
film. Unfortunately, the black guy just keeps saying one-liners.
That's right. I go, yeah. But anyway, we digress. Let's go back to OlliOlli. Okay.
Let's do it. OlliOlli World. This released in, what was it, 2020? I know it's new.
It is quite new. I know that.
Well, no, it's 2022. This is very new.
Yeah, and that doesn't make it any better for me.
Oh, come on!
Like, it is new. You know, okay, let me just see where you're wrong.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not...
Okay. You almost fell for my trap there, right?
Are we gonna talk about this game, or are we gonna jump into narrative?
Okay, just jump into narrative. Come on.
Oh, and I know you want to say what narrative.
I do. I pretty much do. Okay, what did you like about the narrative?
I liked. Let me get my notes.
I feel like I'm telling off a student at school. like, come on, stand up in front of class and tell us what you liked about the narrative.
I could fully admit that this narrative is so extremely cliche.
Yes.
Right? There's this new guy. Oh, and apparently he's the chosen one, the new one to take the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not trained yet. He needs to be put through the ringer, right?
That's right. You know, he has
it's so extremely cliche. It's been done 1,000 times. But the coat of paint they put on this story is something I've never seen before.
Okay, elaborate, because yeah, go on.
I've never heard of the chosen skater has to become the skate wizard so he can interpret the the skate gods from Nirvana.
Yeah, I'll give them the Nirvana part, spelt Gnar, as in totally gnar.
Yeah,
that was funny. That did make me smirk a bit. I'll give you.
And this game doesn't take itself seriously at all, which is a good thing. There's a ton of silly games that just take itself too seriously, and it sucks. This game, it knows you're just here to have a good time. You just want to skate. You just want to clear this level, get a high score. That's all you want to do. This game knows it. That's why the narrative takes a back seat, I feel.
But like you say that, and I couldn't agree more that like after when it comes to the third or fourth course, you're just pressing XXXXX to get these people to stop talking. And the one guy called Dad,
Wait. Did you not read what they say? Or are you just skipping the dialogue?
I read the first lot about defeating the skating champions of each level and getting this. I'll admit that it got so somewhat boring for me on those levels where you had to either pop or jump over the cats, ducks, squirrels, or what the hell they are.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, if I was supposed to pop them or not pop them. It was only at the stage bonus bits where I was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to jump those. Oh no, it felt like a daytime special for kids a lot of the time. Now, this is aimed at kids, so this is perfectly fine. Let point this out. This isn't God of War. This isn't narrative excellence in any way.
No, this isn't your AAA game of a generation.
They're giving you tiny tidbits of story to help fuel you to go to the next level. But I just found them so boring. And so sticking with this you're the wizard, you're the Neo of the skating world, and all you've got to do is perform great tricks and get a high score.
No!
Go on. Okay, what do you like? I say you believed in this story, did you? Like, sorry, I sound mean when I say this. You liked the story. You liked these.
I liked it. I wouldn't say this is the best story, or even just it's fine. It does what it needs to. I like the characters. You've got Gnarly Mike, Suze, the skate wizard Chiffon, and just a guy called Dad.
I hated that part.
Oh, come on!
I liked the premise because your dad teaches you to skate or something like that. I understood the aspect of it. But they just made him an old man wearing shin pads and a hat that doesn't fit. And it was like, yeah, Dad, you're right. It's
funny. It's funny.
Yeah, it had some comedy aspects. But it was just so... everything. It was, what the youngsters said, it was cringe to me.
No. That's it. It can be cringe, but just look past the cringe. Accept the cringe.
Be one with the cringe.
Be one with the cringe. Become the cringe. And that's when the narrative for this game, not that it's one of the main points, but that's when it just you just like it. You want to stand there, talk to gnarly Mike, right? Just have a laugh with Suze. Let Dad be proud of you.
That didn't happen to me. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Like I said, narratively, I just thought this was like a mobile game. It was one of those bits where you just waited for the next level to load so that you could try to get to the end and perform some sweet tricks and stuff like that. You know what spoiled me is that I have played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Yes.
And I was a massive fan of SSX Tricky in the day, the snowboarding game.
Yeah.
And the snowboarding game, if it was around now, I'd have platinumed that because I got all the Uber boards and Uber suits and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I loved those games. And then when I was playing this game, none of that love came across. Like I was excited to play OlliOlli. I haven't played a skateboard game in 20-something years. I still haven't played a skateboard game in 20 years, in my opinion.
That's a low blow.
Sorry, that was a bit harsh, but still, that was a bit harsh. But no, I just like I said, there are other things I need to say, but it's not in the narrative. The narrative just fell flat for me. There was just I liked the little bonus stage things with the other narratives, which you could only unlock by beating the course champions. That was cool.
Yes.
I can't. I'm trying to find the good parts of the narrative. And I just couldn't. I can't. And I feel like they call you the skateboard wizard because Harry Potter is popular, and they thought let's just use wizard because wizard's like a key word now.
Well, you can say that about anything.
I give you. I agree.
Right? If they called him the Skate King, we could 100% say, oh, it's just because kings are popular. If they call him,
you have your point. Really... But I don't know. Maybe it's just. This game rubbed me the wrong way, and
I think that's 100%.
Yeah, it could have been.
I just think this game didn't gel with you at all, which is fine. Not all games are going to gel, and we've stated before, you play games mainly for the narrative. I play 100%. Games mainly for the gameplay. Mm-hmm. This might be why this game stuck with me and not with you, because the narrative is.
Bad. The word you're looking for was bad. You almost had it. It was on the tip. It was the tip of your tongue. Just bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's simple.
Okay, it's simple. I'll let you get away with simple. Simple's fine.
It's 100. The narrative is taking a step back, so the gameplay can take center stage, and we'll get into gameplay later.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. It was silly and it was fun, and I liked it. To skate around this island, that's all you do is you skate and you talk to your new buddies, Gnarly Mike, Sue's dad, and Chiffon.
Yes, that's true.
I read everything. They were just spouting nonsense. I gobbled that up. It was so nice.
So did I miss anything? I did almost 2 whole worlds, just skipping the whole narrative. Did you get past the jungle one?
Yes, I did. I'm at the Black Rock Desert.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And
no, it's not Black Rock. It's something else. Anyway,
I just skipped I'm not even sure if I missed anything. I just know I was supposed to do the best I can to beat the god skateboarder, or the wizard before me, right?
Chiffon.
Yeah, that's right.
And you just needed to meet the gods, which you do at the end of every world.
That's right.
It's extremely predictable, but it's not trying to be unpredictable.
No, I agree. I agree.
It's not trying to tell a story, really.
Yeah, I agree. It's not one of those games.
All you do is you skate from one end of the island to the other, and it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to look cool, and that's it.
One of those sentences I'll agree with.
Which one? Okay, which one?
Looking cool. That one I'll let slide.
Well, fine. Speaking of looking cool, I think this game looks like if corporate art was turned into a video game, but with 10,000% more style.
No, I get what you mean. I can see the corporate art thing, like I can see what you mean. In the big meeting rooms, you got those bright, colourful. Yes. That's right. I liked the art is cool because it sticks to the era that this is all supposed to be like when skateboarding was really popular, which is closer to the say the 90s. I think I know skateboarding's popular still now, but it had that still gnarliness, and that was so cool, and what a sweet trick.
You were a rebel if you skated.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the aesthetic, like you said, it was very playful. The first place being all about like speeches and desserts and ice creams and donuts.
Yes, and it was a big carnival.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what's that pier? What's that? Is that in New York or Los Angeles? I can't remember. Coney Island.
Coney Island, that's right. That's in America. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's got that aspect to it, and summer holidays type feeling to it, and it does that vibe very well. I thought the bright colours. It reminded me. Did you ever watch a cartoon called something like Rocket League or
Team Rocket?
No, Team Rocket's Pokemon. I know that. There was an old cartoon about skateboarding.
Yes.
I'm going to look it up now. Can you think of it?
Rocket. I know exactly what you're talking about. Rocket Power.
Rocket Power. There you go.
Yeah.
See, this game reminded me of, like of course it reminded me of Rocket Power because it is kids skateboarding. I think you're a bunch of kids, except for Dad. And yeah, it reminded me of that whole cartoon vibe to it, doing it with your friends. And visually it comes across that way. You're always hanging out, you're always having stories. I thought the visual palette and the way it did things was nice. It was visually pleasing. And each level was different and had weird combinations of like your skateboarding and it's ultraviolet blue, and then you have to miss this really scabby looking cat, which is fine. It was just really strange combination of having weird feral animals there for you to dodge. But no, it worked.
Yeah.
And yourself?
I think so too. I really think the visuals did work. I like that they went with an extremely simple color palette.
Yeah.
Everything in the background would be one of two colors.
That's right, yeah.
With different shades, but it would either be pink and orange. And shades of pink and orange. Everything. And I like that. I think they pulled it off. It would have been very easy to have this flop and fall flat, but I think they pulled it off, and that's because everything in this game is around one unified style, right?
Yes, that's true. They don't lose themselves in something else later on. It is definitely completely unified. The
characters, the levels, the backgrounds, everything. Even the color palettes are simple and not unnecessarily intricate.
Overly complicated. Yeah, no, I agree entirely. You'll see, I actually scored visuals pretty much the highest on here because
it's not saying much. It's still 5 out of 10.
That's really was a 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I know. I see you're looking at that. It is.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like I say, when we talk about an indie game, and this is considered an indie game, totally. This game, I don't know where they put the love in, like we always say with indie games.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is. Like I know what you're going to say. Okay. You're going to say gameplay or is going to be where they put the love in or something like that. I just didn't see it. Visually, it was fun to look at. It wasn't astounding. I like the palettes and the bright colours. I like the kids and the 90s cartoon vibe. But I also, this is going to sound mean, I also kind of got bored of it after like 30, 40 minutes.
How?
How'd you
get bored? I mean...
This game rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know.
It's fine.
I can tell you...
I
can tell you one of the reasons, because I don't know where this falls, right? I don't know where in our categories fall. When you load up the game and you start it up, there are so many disclaimers and terms and conditions that you've got to go through that put me on edge.
Really?
There were 3 pages that you had to agree to, which I know isn't any different to a standard disclaimer form in every game. But the idea that I started the game up, right, and you log in, and then it gives you this disclaimer form, you have to scroll through and get to the bottom, and then another terms of use form, which you have to scroll to. And I was just thinking, why does this game have all the paperwork on the front and none of the other indie games I have that same aspect?
Why is that? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what...
Is it something to do with the way this game's published?
I think, when you, on loading screens, you get like pictures of other people who just played that course or something like that, and it says Susan did this trick or something like that.
And this is Susan's avatar.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's possibly something to do with that. But I genuinely did not like having to okay a bunch of paperwork before playing a small indie game. And
what was that? It took 10 seconds to okay all those paperwork?
It did, but other games, I'm sure it might be my naivety, and other games, as soon as you download them or purchase them, you've agreed to the disclaimers and terms and conditions already. Yeah. It's possible. But the idea that I had to go through all this paperwork just to play a skateboarding game, I know it's not a lot, but there's a lot there. If you actually read it, it will take you like 40 minutes. That is one of the reasons this game rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like signing or okaying things that I don't. Nobody does. But I played all the other indie games didn't have that. Leaderboards is fairly common aspect where they tell you your name and you can click on the link to see their profile page.
Well, how about this? Maybe all other indie games can be sued except for OlliOlli World.
If that happened, and I would take this all back and say, OlliOlli World, you're a genius. I love the idea that I found a loophole and people listening are like, okay, I can now sue Meat Boy and Super Meat Boy. Fantastic, let's sue them. And then OlliOlli World's the only game that's left because they actually had the terms and conditions there. Anyway, that's one of the reasons this game rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe it's just because I'm old and I am still just Gran Torino on my lawn. I don't like signing.
Could be.
Yeah. But yeah,
could be Clint Eastwooding.
Yeah, maybe it's just me. But the visuals aren't too bad.
That's the thing.
Let's think about the
visuals. It really isn't. I think cell shading was a very good choice for the style with this style of this game. Having cell shaded graphics, it looks clean.
But what did you think of the character creation then? That's
the character creation. Yeah. That was very in depth. I think they give you a lot of clothes, a lot of boards. You could pick your board and the wheels and the shafts that you put the wheels on your board. You could change your hair with a hat, a shirt with a jersey, and shoes with socks. And after every level, you get one or two new things.
That's true. You
don't pay for. You just get them. I was going to talk about that in a value for money, but this is what I really like about this game. Spider-Man in 2018 did the same thing.
Yeah.
By just playing the game, you get all the content.
Yeah, like I said, I remember it in Spider-Man, and that was good because it also added new perks and traits as well to your Spider-Man play, right? I just
I said, what? Here we go.
No. The character creation was, like I said, this game rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, character creation was
boring.
Oh,
it was just boring.
It's not boring.
It took me. Granted, it's my Clint Eastwood Gran Turismo mode. It took me a while how to just even work out what was a girl and a boy. And then I was like, come on, I just want to be a boy. And then I was like, are these boys? Because then there were beards. I was like, are these small men then? Like,
I saw your character in a loading screen because you accepted all those terms and conditions.
Oh, really?
I saw your character. It looked like you were a girl because you had a crop top.
Yeah, that's the one thing I couldn't get rid of.
A beard?
Yeah. It was the crop top that threw me because I couldn't find anything else. So I was like, maybe it was like one of those 80s, 90s, like I'm muscular vests, which just covered your little nipples whilst everything else was showing. I thought maybe that was it. Was that a crop top? Because then, my character was confused. He was a black man-woman with a beard and like moustache and tattoos. I didn't know that was a crop top.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
I had a laugh when I saw your character, but now that you explain it like this, it was by accident.
Yeah, it really was. It's funny though. I like the idea people saw my character and was like, whoa, who and what is that? Okay.
And then they whispered to each other, oh, that's the new skate wizard.
Yeah, that's right. I love how it's very 2023. I was a black bearded man with wearing female clothes. That works for me. I don't mind that. It was funny.
Or just a female with a beard.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Probably, yeah. But yeah, I thought the creation thing was a bit blah. Yeah, it was just, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was very cool. Okay. I made a nice character. I had a nice colorful top. I had a lime green mohawk. Nice. I like my board. I like my clothes. I enjoyed it a ton. Boy.
Yeah, fair enough. I have a quick question. Do you ever play girls, like, out of curiosity? Like, I've played Mass Effect
more
as
than
a girl.
I play boys.
Yeah, most people do, or I'll change sex quite often just to see, you know, because there's something about playing a badass woman in a game, because we've seen badass men so often. I played Mass Effect and Dragon Age and all those. I played those as women more often than I have as a male.
Yeah, I think you do have a point that because we play as dudes so often, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. Even our episode on AC Valhalla we did a couple of weeks ago, I played as female Eivor.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can understand that. Except for, we'll go into the podcast stuff. Yeah, there's something refreshing about playing women and playing badass women, because I'm not going to go in the whole thing that there's nothing on TV now, but there is something refreshing about doing it. And I like being a badass. Sorry, I like being a badass woman. Sounds like I should be on TV. But yeah, I like that stuff. Anyway, I digress. I do.
The game gives us those options. Yeah. It's great. And
I do often do that.
Very inclusive, which is another great thing.
Okay, should we jump into audio, Mr. Audio
Let's do it. Okay. Right, audio for this game. Not a lot of games, how do I say this? It's hard to describe the audio in this game, but I can start by saying it's very good.
Okay.
Come on, it's very good, Dave.
Which aspects would you say?
The audio.
The audio, the sound aspects. the actual sound that comes out from the game itself.
Yes, the game going into your ears.
It suited the game entirely. It was very...
But you don't like the game, so saying it suited the game...
That's why I also gave Sound a 5.
Oh. Okay, fine. You know what? The soundtrack for this game... It was outsourced to external artists. They got artists to make music for this game, but the music director had an extremely clear vision of what they wanted this game to sound like. I thought it was very good. All these different songs from different artists to make the soundtrack for this game. Because if you're skating, you're not... You listen to other music from other artists.
So when you say outsourced, did they ask them to like collaborate, or did they
commission maybe?
Oh,
okay,
collaborate.
I don't know, but these are real artists that made real music for that they use in this game.
Well, I like the idea that I didn't know this. I like the idea they got different artists to do it, because then you can feel different. Instruments, genres, tempo, each one's style. That's cool. I didn't know that. I like the idea of having a different palette cleanser artist-wise. That's a clever idea. I like that type of idea.
I've said this for a couple of other games, but this one I feel the most like I can put this on in the house and just go about my day. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, the music, it's, how do I explain this? It's lo-fi beats mixed with house.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds about right.
But it's more house than lo-fi.
Does house still exist, by the way? Like, I haven't used the
clearly
term house or garage and stuff music since I was like 12. But I know exactly what you mean. Being a child of house music, fundamentally, I remember. Yes. It is exactly that. It's kind of. I know it's weird to say it's music you do your chores to, and maybe that's just me. I like high beats, high energy-esque songs to do chores. It's something I can't work with, but I can do dusting or the dishes and stuff like that. Yes. But I must say there wasn't really one that I stuck as memorable. I wasn't like, whoa, let me just stop skating for a moment and just listen to this. Which I have done in past games. This one, again, I'll admit, like I said, I'm not a professional reviewer, neither of us are. This game rubbed me the wrong way, so I can give you it may have a negative bias. But yeah, this game wound me up. But the music was good. And I like I said, the outsourcing, the commissioning of other artists. That's a really clever idea. I like those types of ideas.
I think so too. And I think this would be the perfect game to do something like that. I don't know, just commissioning other artists to make songs for, I don't know, Mass Effect.
Yeah,
I
agree.
That doesn't work.
No. It's that indie-fying something where you get to collab and do these new things instead of just being under one banner or one composer and stuff all the time. That is the beauty of a lot of indie developments. That's very cool. I like that.
Yeah, me too. And I think this game pulled it off quite well. But besides the music, I liked some of the sound design. There's no voice acting in this game.
No.
But the sound design worked quite well. As you're skating, all the noises your board makes as you hit the ground or as you grind a rail.
Yeah, those are spot on. That's very true.
Yeah. Did you notice that for different types of rails that you grind, the sound changes as well?
Oh, yeah. As in wood compared to metal.
Exactly. And in the desert, you grind what seems like just massive spinal cords.
Yes, that's right. No, yeah.
And then it does the doof 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 noise because a spinal cord's got like not hinges.
Sorry, hinges. That was the best. Vertebrae, maybe.
What?
Vertebrae. Spinal cords have vertebrae.
Okay, yes.
The hinges. The hinges of the spine.
The hinges on the spinal cord.
Yeah, biology.
But the sound design, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's the best that we've had. I just really like that this game decided it was going to take a simple concept and run with it, as opposed to making it unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, I agree.
To make it look and sound and feel complicated. Well, more complicated than it needs to be.
Yeah, it would have ruined it. Yeah, I know.
What I really like from this game is this simplicity, and that goes for narrative, visuals, audio, gameplay, whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. Are we jumping into gameplay now?
Yes, I think that's a good segue into gameplay.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on,
Dave. Let's see. I've got what score I gave it. Now, gameplay. I gave the great score of 2.
Come on.
Okay. Now,
on, the gameplay was my favorite part.
Yeah, okay, remember, I'm 409.
That's true.
This game starts off by saying, be careful, or be advised, some parts of this game go very fast. Right? Which, okay, you're on a skateboard. This makes sense. You will go fast.
Yes.
Okay.
I remember now the disclaimer said this game is hella quick.
Yeah.
If you're the old man from Gran Torino, you might not like this.
That's exactly right. That's how it felt. So first of all, I feel old straight away, and then the gameplay. Now you played SSX Tricky, right? Or SSX Games, right?
A very long time ago, but yes.
And then the premise was when you're coming up to a jump, you'd hold in, I can't remember what it is now, but you'd hold in X and it would make you crouch, and then you release X and it would make you jump. And then you use the trigger buttons and the analog sticks to perform all your stunts, right? Very cool. And this game tried to do the same type of thing, which was hold downwards on your left analog stick and then release it to make yourself jump. And then use the same analog stick with a combination of, I think, the R buttons to perform various stunts. Yes? Correct?
The R buttons?
Yeah, to some degree. It made you rotate. You could do a 360. Yeah.
It did?
Literally the only move I could do except for grabbing the front of the board and grabbing the back of the board. But...
Yeah.
I digress. There are parts in this game where you're pushing to go faster.
Yeah.
That you're now going so fast. It was just a case of memorizing the tracks. And when it came to the case of hole, grind, hole, grind, hole. For me, now granted I'm an old man, it was going so fast I could no longer enjoy pulling off tricks.
Right, okay, so you memorized the layout of the level.
Exactly right, because it was...
Was it too quick for you to react in the split second?
Vastly too quick. Especially with the mechanic of going down, let go to jump.
Okay.
To push down another button to do it and let go and do the things, sure. But it's just going the down, and sometimes I'd go down, let go of the analog stick, and it wouldn't register that. And so then I'm swearing at it. It's like, oh, I made that jump. And granted, that could be my controller. So there are aspects to it.
Not the DualSense.
I just thought having everything attached to the left analog stick, because some of the moves was down, and then when you're in the air, go down, swirl it all the way to the right to the top, and then
then release.
Yeah, I've got half a second, maybe a fraction of a second to do all that, and also time the landing so I get a good or perfect. And it was just to the point where... Go on.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But is that a bad thing? Is that a fault on OlliOlli World, or is that a fault on Dave?
It sounds like you should look inside yourself, Dave, and find out if you'll
find the answer.
That's right. It's not out there at all. It's inside you. Now, I'll give you that this game, it plays, I think I told you, it reminds me of those, I don't know what they're called, the genre of mobile game where you dash left, dash right to skip holes.
Those
running temple games, whatever they call it.
Okay, yeah.
This reminded me of that, and a very old game, which I'm sure you've never heard of, called California Games. It was a very old MS-DOS, and I think...
You're right. I've never heard of California.
No, you're right.
Sounds cool, though.
It was. It was like... There was lots of mini-games, surfing, skateboarding, BMX, frisbee throwing.
Yes.
It was weird, but it was great back in the day. And it had one bicycle game, which is fundamentally the same thing, where you just dodge things and jump them, but very, very old graphics. And this game turned too much. In the end, and I kid you not, I just completed the levels by jumping the holes and getting to the end. I grinded, because you had to grind, because that was quite easy. Yet again, pressing down on your analog stick that's all I did. Grind, jump, grind, jump, grind. And, I kid you not, sometimes I beat the top course record holder just by doing that. You know that you got, each course has 3... top 3 spaces, right?
The leaderboard, and then you can beat their high scores.
Yeah, I literally, just by jumping the holes and not falling over or missing something, I got the top 3. And I thought, well, taking into account I'm just memorizing the track and jumping, this game isn't particularly hard to beat the vanilla game itself, fundamentally.
No, I get it. I get what you're saying. Although some levels...
Yes, they did
really
get harder.
Hard.
No, they did. And I like challenges. I like a challenge. But this... Maybe, granted, it's my Clint Eastwood brain. This went too fast. It reminded...
The game warned us.
It did warn us. I can't argue that it was correct with that warning. It
knew if you were an old person...
Yeah, I shouldn't be playing.
To warn you, this game is quick.
Yeah. And it should, like I say, it was just too quick. It reminded me, again, of those games, or arcade games where you put in a quarter and then they make it too quick so that you put in another quarter. I swear.
Yes.
That's what it felt like the whole time.
You're right. It did feel like that. I felt exactly the same way, but those are the words that I think really do convey what this feels like. The gameplay loop is simple yet satisfying, but if you let it get its hooks in you, it's it'll hook deep, and
there was some good mechanics. Don't get me wrong. Where you could press up or down to change routes, go onto the gnarly route and the vanilla route.
I like that. I'd always go in the gnarly route.
Yeah, I would when I had when I got the timing for the third of a second to press up on this screen so you could get to it. And if I didn't, I had to take the boring route.
The regular route.
Yeah. Granted, this just sounds like an old man complaining, and that's fine.
That's exactly what this is.
Listen to an old man complaining.
You scored it like an old man
complaining. I did. That's very true. I really did.
I must admit, though, at the start of this game, there's this whole... I think the entire island is divided into 5 main areas.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Where the first main area is just almost tutorial to get
that's true.
comfortable.
That's right.
I did not like that first area because it was extremely boring.
Yeah, it was boring. No, I agree.
I did not like it. But in the second area, the woodland area, that's where this game really got me. The last half of all those levels, they are longer, and there's much more variety in things to do. More holes you could grind on, billboards, grind on rails, and you've got the gnarly routes, and you can pop the balloons and chase down bees and whatever.
Yeah,
it came to a certain point where, how do you usually explain this? Where you just stop thinking and your fingers just react.
Yeah, you go. What's Ultra Instinct? If you want to do like a
okay, yeah.
a Dragon Ball
Ultra
thing,
Instinct,
you go pure Ultra
again.
Instinct, and just your fingers would just go on their own. Like, whoa, I'm in the zone.
I've had
Everything slows down.
I've had it explained to me when you're learning to dance. One day you stop learning the steps and you just dance.
Yeah,
in italics.
You stop saying 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly.
Head,
and you
right?
just
Yeah.
and you just let your feet do its thing.
Yeah,
That's what happened halfway through the Woodlands area in OlliOlli World for me. I just stopped thinking and reacted to what's on screen, and it just I didn't fall once.
No,
not okay. I'm lying, but it happened it didn't happen often at all.
Maybe you are the skateboarding wizard.
Is it me? Am I the skate wizard? Am I going to interpret the skate gods and go to Nirvana?
Like I said, I think there was a lot here. I liked what they did. I like the
there we
boarding,
go. The truth.
the billboard riding.
Yes.
The grinding onto the wood and everything. Let me just point out their physics mechanic is also messed up. Now, sorry,
yes, because you're grinding on a billboard.
Yeah, now I'm getting grumpy again. When you've got inertia and you're going from one big jump and then you land on a downward jump, you should actually either go at same speed or faster when crouching.
Oh goodness!
So I know this bugs me because again something that it did do in SSX Tricky, which I know it's stupid, and that's a really old game now. When you crouched, you got like the wind resistance would decrease, and so you'd go faster. And in this game, I naturally, if I went off a big jump and I landed onto a ramp going downwards, I naturally went into the crouch as I landed because I knew that my inertia would make me go faster doing that. And the fact that it didn't annoyed me. Which, don't get me wrong, combined with the fact I can't jump fast enough, I can't grind rails properly, and those wooden board things had such a precision timing to jump off so that you could make it to the next segment.
Yes.
Those drove me a little mental.
I get that, I do. And
it's like you're going to say, I'm sorry, you're old. but you've got to deal with it.
This game is just, it's very quick.
It is.
I don't know what else to say. It's satisfying and simple. But did you find
that took the fun out of it?
No! What are you talking about? That was the fun.
If it slowed it down, let me just premise something to you. If it slowed it down by a few degrees, not slow, because that would be boring, but slowed it down a bit more, where you could enjoy going on one of the B backboard things, and then doing a kickflip to a 360, then landing that perfectly on a grinding rail thing, which I'm sure there are people out there that can do exactly that during the same speed. And then you slowly chill, grind the rail right to the end. And then you're like, and then you have a second, maybe 2 seconds to try and perform something cool with the next segment so that your whole run can look like an X Games type thing. So it's all badass. That, to me, would have made it a lot better than me frantically going, what's next? Jump, 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 wall, jump, grind, jump, wall.
Dave, I think you're right.
Yes. See?
No, not about that. I think you're right. You are old.
Damn it. I thought I had you convinced. I found you coming
what are you
the
talking
old
about?
Side.
No, the speed that this game goes at is one of the hooks that makes me like it so much.
Really? See.
By it going so extremely fast and pulling off not all these tricks, but just staying afloat, just staying on course and making it to the end. That's like going down one of those water tube chutes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Have you ever been in one of those where they close it in front of you and then there's a 5-second countdown and then the platform underneath your feet just gives way.
Oh, I wish. I've never been on one of those. Those
I've
never been.
I've been on one, and it lasted. I've been on one of those, and it lasted a total of 1 second.
Jeez, that's cool.
I was there. I closed my eyes. I held my breath. 1 second later, I was at the bottom.
Cool. But that was. But you're talking about the thrill of that now, the adrenaline rush, right?
Yes, the thrill, the adrenaline rush. With this game, it's simple for exactly that reason. If you had 10 different buttons to push, you wouldn't have made it to the end.
Oh, not
but
a chance, no.
With just rotating the left analog stick, you can grind here, grind there, jump this, jump that. And if you can sense them coming quick enough, you'll make it to the end. Stop thinking about it and just play the game. This game got its hooks in me hard, Dave.
we're definitely two sides of the same coin on this one. We're yin and yang.
Definitely.
Because that sounds horrible to me.
No.
Don't get me wrong. I understand that thrill when the checkered line comes up and you go, phew, made it. Yeah.
Phew?
Phew. For me, yeah. Because I don't have to memorize another 6 more jumps. And
the 10 seconds it takes from the end of the one level to the start of the next is too much. I immediately want to start the next level.
Well, I did that just because the narrative was so boring. I was just like, okay. Do you know what did it well? Now this is old man me. Did you play the new Rayman? I don't know if it's Origins or Legends. You know the new Rayman game? Newish. It's not actually new now. It's quite old.
Yeah, Legends.
Legends, where they do that same type of bit, but it's to a musical score or a famous song.
Yes. Oh, I love those levels. That's good.
Those are amazing. Yes, see that's the pinnacle of running, jumping, timing, all that. That's the what people should aim at. This for me, and I've said it before, it was too much of a memory game because I'd forget there was a jump there or a hole there, and if I didn't down and up fast enough, I almost, you should ask my wife. I was almost throwing the controller across the room. Now I get it. I'm just an old boomer type, and this game was too fast. It sounds stupid. I sound so old just saying slow down. But yeah, that fundamentally, and I didn't like everything being on just the left analog stick, I must admit.
It's not. When you get to the desert, they incorporate the right analog stick.
Okay, I didn't get to the desert, but I can't. That doesn't sound like to me that would make me happier with anything. The idea I'd now have to remember everything.
You're right. It wouldn't.
Because there are games. Have you ever played Fight Night, the boxing game?
No, I haven't.
That's got again Fight Night. It's a weird thing to include, but just bear with me. There's a mechanic in that where you're boxers and your left analog stick is your torso. So you duck and weave and you bob backwards and forwards, right?
Okay,
so that's your torso.
Okay.
And your right analog stick is your hands. So you've got to flick it forwards once or twice for a jab. You got to swing it back to the right for a hook. You got to swing it down and up for an uppercut. Now that is a really different, but eventually it does take a while. Really intuitive way of playing because it makes you feel like you're ducking and weaving, then swinging an arm punch
and when
stuff.
You swing the right analog stick to the left, your left arm swings.
Exactly right.
Okay. No, now I get it.
So there's
good.
momentum and feel to the analog stick being used as a controlling, like a proper, not controlling device. We all use it for movement, but it's more. This game felt like it was trying to do something as innovative with their analog sticks, but I just kept screaming, holding the X button to jump instead, and then just leaving the analog sticks to do all the moves would have been so much better for me. But I'm old. Maybe I just don't like change. But yeah, I found that the gameplay itself was a failing. I agree that completing the levels made you feel good.
Yeah.
But the falling down, this is me, 10 or 12 times per level later on. The first levels were easy. But those falling down later on just got too frustrating. And the game was too easy. I was really doing nothing but jumping the holes and passing on to the next stage and unlocking.
Well, here we go. Did you say easy?
Yes.
Did you say easy?
to do it properly.
Do you mean simple?
Simple, yes. No, that could be that could be the word.
This game's hard, but
simple.
It's simple.
No, that's true. Simple would probably be the premise. Because I remember, I can't remember what game. I don't know if it was Pro Skater or something like that. You always had to rate. You got to get 30,000 points to get to the next level, and if you didn't, you just had to learn that level. This game didn't seem to have that.
No. If you made it to the end, you could make it to you could play the next level.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot. The game doesn't care about you need to make enough points to progress.
The only thing that was for was cosmetics.
Sorry?
Cosmetically, you had to get enough points, beat the 3 skaters and stuff.
Yes,
that was it.
But it really was just
not necessary.
Skin deep.
Yeah. Okay, I've been trashing the gameplay to some degree, and you've just been... anything else you want to add for gameplay-wise?
I just think the gameplay loop is simple and satisfying, and I like it a lot. If you can just get on board with how simple and satisfying it is, and quick, it really is the game for you if you want that.
Would you say it's too quick or not? Out of curiosity.
I am going to say it depends on your age.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot. Okay. Should we jump into performance then?
Let's do it. It's going to be a rather quick one.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely quick. It's a small indie game. We got it. We both played it on the PlayStation, right?
Yes, PS5, which might not be the best machine to look for bugs and performance issues.
True, very true. But this was fine. I didn't see any problems. The loading screens were a bit annoying. That was all.
It really was.
That was it.
It was quick though. At least it was.
Yeah,
quick.
no, it's true. No,
I think what would be a performance issue is if you fell off your board. If there was a loading screen to restart the level.
No, that's true. But that was quite quick.
That would have been super annoying.
No, that's true.
But there's nothing of that.
No. Performance-wise, it is what it is. It's a stable, decent game. Manufactured game, that is.
Yeah. I remember playing Stray. There's a trophy where you need to complete a run without being touched by any little alien zombie thingies.
Oh, yeah, the little potato things, yeah.
Exactly. And I could never do it. I think it took more than 100 tries.
Oh, jeez.
And after each, redo, there'd be a loading screen.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Come
on.
God,
your determination. I gotta respect that. It's just, I know, even compared to other people, you wouldn't even be defined as determined. But the idea that you did that for 100 tries just to get the trophy just makes me tired. I just think, I just would, like I said, kudos to you and everybody who does that, because it is a lot of effort and a lot of perseverance.
Yeah.
But if I don't do it the first, or maybe I'll give it 3, then it's on to the next one. Yeah, I'm not that. But good, like I said, I just thought that I'm not wired that way.
Yeah, but anyway, this game had no performance issues. I think it ran fine.
It did.
Maybe if you count those 3 disclaimers at the start as a performance issue.
Yeah. It's got to be somewhere. I didn't know where to put it. But
Me neither.
I can't
don't
not
know.
say
We
it.
just put it at the start or the end. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, how about... Okay, value for money.
See, this is where we differ again. Yes.
Well,
our scores differ.
Not a great deal.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. Yeah. You're right. My bad. I think that if you're into this gameplay loop, you're set, right? Don't play it for the story or the music or the visuals, but if you like this gameplay loop, if you can just play these levels over and over and over again without getting bored, you're set.
Yeah.
Then $30 isn't so much. If you can spend 20 hours on these levels, it's not so bad.
Was this $30?
It's $30.
$30?
$30.
Damn.
What do you mean? $30? I think that's fine.
This game? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. $30.
10 would have been fine.
Whoa!
$10.
$10? This game released last year.
It's fundamentally a mobile game. It's this
wrong.
jump dodge jump. $30.
Well, okay, there are some mobile games that make you spend more than $30.
That's true.
Right? If you want this cool orange hat.
That's true. That's very true.
That's more than $30. And this game gives you all the customization, all the levels, all its content. Okay, obviously besides the DLC and expansion packs for $30. Again, if you're into this gameplay loop, that's fine. If you're not into this gameplay loop, just don't buy the game.
Yeah, that's it. Buy the PlayStation subscription service thing because it comes free.
Buy PS Plus.
Yeah,
it's included.
Because $30. How much is a PlayStation Plus subscription at the moment? Like,
I don't know if you get it on Black Friday, it's $50.
Exactly. This game is more than half the subscription. That's crazy to me. But no. Anyway, $30, and it's, to be honest with you, like I said, if you like the gameplay loop, if you like that being the perfectionist and getting everything, it is there, and I get it. I keep trying to think to myself if the younger version of me would have liked this game, and sadly, the younger version of me was a 10-year-old who was about 30 as well. So no, he wouldn't have liked this type of game. But if you like it, it's fine. But there isn't really that much playability if you've completed it and stuff like that. I don't really see you going back again.
Playability, sure.
Repeatability, then. Sorry.
Sustenance, maybe not.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games. In my opinion, you'd play for a while until something better came along. Something,
I guess so,
cooler. Even a cooler skating game. I know we all talk about Pro Skater 2 and the remasters and all these other things. And those games are, by the way, far better than this one, in my opinion. They're coming. Just this game, it just isn't worth it for me. $30. I didn't notice $30. Like I said, it's my old man. My old man is out today. I think it's because it's cold, but my old man mentality is.
It could be, but that's the difference between you and I. You're looking for a big, good, chunky narrative.
To some degree, I don't always need that. I like.
Okay.
I like the other indie games. You know, I can't remember what they are at the moment. As long as the game, I of course didn't, like you said. Narratively, I love games, but if I have great gameplay, I can let narrative slip. To me, this had neither. This had neither. I wasn't addicted to the gameplay loop.
Yes.
There wasn't.
Yes.
It's like I'm playing Diver Dave, right? Or Dave the Diver, sorry. I don't know.
Dave the Diver, that's the one.
Which narratively is okay, but there's that weird loop of fishing, exploring, and then running a sushi restaurant at night.
Yes.
That loop is just, I can see the addictive nature of it and the fun
there
part.
We go. That's again, good gameplay loop.
That's good.
And if the gameplay loop gets you, you're set.
Yes, I agree. To some degree, you are set. But this didn't, for me, this didn't have either, so I wasn't, and thus it's bad.
I can totally respect that as well. This gameplay loop isn't for everyone.
No, very true.
It was for me, though, and I liked it. And I would recommend for $30, 2 thumbs up.
I wouldn't. For $10, wait for Steam. No, is it on Steam? Wait for Black Friday sale if you really want it. Like
anywhere like that. Have we got anything else?
No, I think that's it for this game.
Yeah, OlliOlli World released in 2022 by, did you say Roll 7?
Yeah, Roll 7, which is, like I say, it's an apt name.
And I'm also checking out, published by Private Division and Take-Two Interactive, who are big boys in the industry.
I didn't know it was Take-Two Interactive.
Yeah.
Oh, Private Division, are they a subsidiary, are they?
It seems
okay, I see it now. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. OlliOlli World, we scored it appropriately, or... Yeah,
we did. Yes, you're right. You don't have to.
Yes, we did. Our scores went to the skate island. It met up with Chiffon, Gnarly Mike, Suze, and Dad. Went through the island and all of a sudden ascended to Nirvana, to the letter grade rating of, I can't believe I'm about to say this, D+.
Far too high. It's just
D+.
Far too high.
No, what are you talking about? That's low. D+.
C+. Who else have we got? Have we got another D+?
Yes,
Twisted
the PS1
Metal.
Mission Impossible, Twisted Metal, PS1 Mission Impossible. Come on,
and Kane and Lynch, Dead Men. Yeah, that seems right to me.
So much better than those guys.
Seems right to me. No, I'm steadfast. That seems perfect.
That's OlliOlli World D+. Take it or leave it. Leave it. Anyway, sorry, I'm just in shock.
Yeah, sorry. That's down to me.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Critical Arcade Podcast. If you'd be so kind to leave us a review on any platform you're listening on, it would help us beat the algorithm.
That sounds like a good game. That sounds... I'd play that.
Beat the algorithm?
Beat the algorithm, yeah. Why is that not being made?
I don't know.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would. You can follow us on our social channels on Threads, which is very cool, and Instagram, also very cool. Or you could follow us on, or you could catch us up on email. I'm Nick at criticalarcade.com.
And I'm Dave at criticalarcade.com.
Besides your email, Dave, where else can we follow you?
Well, you can find me out and about. I will be frequenting places, as I do. But if you do find me, I will... What can I only imagine be one of the worst things? I will make sure that a skateboard is permanently stuck to your feet. And then I will just push you away. And from
some people might like that.
No, stuck to your feet. You can't come off it. So toilets, family gatherings, the motorway, whatever. You only... And you can't get off. So you can't push. You can't... Granted, you could fall over, I suppose. And you're perpetually just going to be going down a hill super fast, trying to jump things and failing. That's what is going to happen. So... Unless you like that life, I'm guessing we're talking like Tony Hawk's and all the other.
Yeah, I think some people would prefer that.
I say Tony Hawk's like he's still a relevant skateboarder now. Like that. Like,
whoa!
Okay, no, I like Tony Hawk, but I think when I knew about skateboarding, he was the best. I can only imagine there are thousands of skateboarders now that are in the scene and far better.
Yes,
what do I know?
Because they're newer, better, and also because Tony Hawk is what? Almost 50?
Yeah, something like that. He is looking a tad old now.
Yeah, I don't know. But that sounds like a horrible, horrible fate if you don't like skateboarding. Rather, support us on Patreon for exclusive content where we make bonus episodes, just talking about the gaming industry, and also a brand new show called Critical Cinema, where we take this exact format and we review films instead of games, which is very helpful to me because I've not seen anything.
Like nothing. Like every single reference I try to throw at him just falls on deaf ears. It's crazy.
I'm not even going to argue because you're right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dave, what's next week's episode?
Well, next week's episode, I feel bad actually saying it myself because it's one of your personal favourites, right?
It is.
It's people may or may not know this of Nick there. He's a massive Batman fan.
Very true.
Take that as you will. And the next week's game is Batman Arkham City, which is...
That's right.
Is that the third one? The second one?
That's the second one. That's the second one. This is what most people argue is the best one. Although I don't agree. I think Arkham Knight is the best one, but we'll get into that next week.
Is that the last one, Arkham Knight? The one with the tanks?
Arkham Knight is the third one made by Rocksteady.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, cool.
Arkham City is the second one.
But I look forward to playing that again. I think we've both played that before. It's going to be interesting to see how it's aged and stuff like that. To see if it still garners a good score or not.
We'll see. But yeah, thanks again for listening to this week's episode of the Critical Arcade Podcast. We'll see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.